Good evening. To start, I'd like to ask you all a question. Raise your hand if you've ever used a generative AI platform like ChatGPT to do an assignment for college. Those of you in the room that have raised your hands, I ask you, why are you okay with letting an algorithm take away your education? For those of you that are unfamiliar with generative AI or ChatGPT platforms, let me demonstrate. Here is ChatGPT, the major, most well-known generative AI platform used in higher education. Here you type in a prompt, for example, how many students use ChatGPT to do college assignments? And it will spit out a response. Sometimes it'll search databases, but it's ultimately a program designed to predict the next word you want it to say. No matter what it says here, no matter what statistics it gives, you cannot prove its accuracy because it does not need to cite sources. And it often doesn't. It will make up sources, but it does not cite true sources. Therefore, AI is almost always inaccurate. But people still choose to use it for their assignments because it's the easy way out. Don't get me wrong. For a basic assignment, it's just monotonous. Generative AI will solve it for you. But the monotony is the learning itself. The monotony is how we learn. And it cannot critically think for you. It's not able to do that. It is simply an algorithm that predicts the next word you think it should say. And the rise of AI has come up with a rise of apathy in college students. And that is why I'm disappointed in my peers' lack of care for their classes. But I have solutions I would like to present today. See, I go to school at Westminster College in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. I'm a chemistry major, and I serve on a board called the Academic Standards Committee. I attend weekly meetings with faculty to discuss curricula, to discuss ways we can attune ourselves to the modern college student. And one thing that has come up again and again over the past year is how AI and apathy have started to rise with a phenomenally positive correlation. Every discipline, from science to humanities to business, every discipline is seeing a rise in AI usage and a rise in apathy. Now, I assume that most schools like mine have a policy strictly forbidding AI. In fact, this class itself forbids AI for any reason in speeches. I simply demonstrated it here to showcase it for those in the audience who may not be aware of how it works. But I ask you, is AI fair? Is AI equitable? Is AI sustainable? I promise you, it is not. But I have solutions to fix problems with AI usage, and maybe even problems with apathy in the modern college student. I've developed 3 of them, and I call them my strategies for success. I've used these strategies within the past semester, and I have found great success with them. They've helped me profoundly to do better in my classes, have a deeper understanding of what I'm being taught, and to, rather expectedly, do better in my classes. My first strategy for success is to detoxify from artificial intelligence. As I've expressed multiple times throughout this opening, AI is not accurate. It's not designed to be accurate. It's designed to predict the next word you plan to say. So if AI is inaccurate and it's not correct, then detoxifying from AI should improve your grades and your understanding, should it not? I found that it has, and the Harvard Business Review would agree that artificial intelligence programs are highly inaccurate in their understanding, so to speak, and their answers that they provide for prompts. So when you detoxify from the AI programs, you should find that you improve your learning. And I had just that experience when I detoxified myself from AI. But let's say you haven't used AI, but you're still feeling apathetic in your classes. Do you have a solution for that, you may ask? I do. And that brings me to my second strategy for success: handwriting all notes. We've all been there. At the end of my AP language assessment about 3 years ago now, I felt the cramping in my hand from the end of my essays. But there's a strong argument to be made to affirm that handwriting is still superior to the more colloquial typing. In fact, the Norwegian University of Science and Technology did a study on exactly that and found that when you handwrite, you have a deeper understanding of the topics you're learning. It appears that you have to do your motor skills throughout your learning. It forces your brain to function at a higher level. And therefore, it has a higher capacity to crystallize the knowledge you're being given and to keep it long term, which is becoming more and more important as you enter college, leaving from high school. So, how do I integrate this strategy? I handwrite all of my notes in a collection of notebooks. I tend to use one per class. And I found that it's incredibly helpful. I find it easier to comb through a notebook than I do a large, bulky digital document. It saves me a lot of storage on my computer, too. But maybe you already handwrite your notes, but you're still feeling apathetic. Do you have a solution for that, you may ask? I believe I do. But to get to my third and final strategy for success, I have to think about the major lesson of my Westminster College education. College is collaborative. And with that, I would like to introduce my final strategy for success: group studies. See, a research document provided by Dr. Weimer, the esteemed Dr. Weimer, suggests that in group studies, you're able to better process the information you're being given. That's an easy explanation for that. You have multiple perspectives. Your perspective, and your perspective, and your perspective may all be different. But when you take the opportunity to hear these other perspectives and absorb the knowledge that these other people may have, it can lead you to a better, clearer answer. I've found that throughout my chemistry courses, in group study sessions, I'm able to hear simple phrases from people. And that's all I need to have it click. And once it clicks, I can better understand it myself, and I'm able to perform better in my courses. The research is there to suggest that these strategies work, and in my personal experience, they truly do. I hope that you can take these strategies and use them in your day-to-day life to improve your learning as you move forward in this age. There's rising AI, rising apathy, and I hope you take these strategies and combat it for your own success. Thank you for your time.